Here we have the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. Before we begin with this important chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So currently what we're looking at with this stock is a bit of a price movement higher in the positive direction after forming new near-term lows in the stock price. So what we'll be doing in this video, we'll be going over some of these key support and resistance zones so that hopefully traders can start to devise a profitable trading strategy for this stock going forward. So currently what we're seeing here, is a bit of a price movement on the shorter term time frames. Currently what we've seen is a price low coming in at $4.71. And we have now broken back into the exponential moving average cluster, which can be seen next to this arrow here. So essentially we've moved above this yellow and orange moving average line. This would be the 20 period EMA and the 50 period EMA. So what this does suggest here is that for the near term, pressure has been taken off of the downside. And this is significant because anybody that follows this stock is well aware of the fact that we have started to see share prices crash through near-term support zones. In addition to that, we've seen several spikes here in negative trading volumes, which do suggest that share prices have started to fall victim to a larger influence in terms of selling pressure. So as we can see here, the real question is whether or not people should start to get excited about this uptrend price movement. As we can see here, if we sort of pull out on the price chart a bit, we can see that this upward price movement, it might look, convincing on a 5-minute price chart. But overall, if we're looking at a 30-minute price chart, this starts to become less significant and less important. Here we can see that it's a very small price movement, in relation to the broader trend trajectory that has been occurring for this stock. So as we can see here, the main point that needs to be made here is the fact that share prices have now broken below these 479 lows, which were posted during the August 7 trading session. This is very critical, not in terms of share price values, because we're not seeing a huge price movement lower here. But what this does signify here is an important change in the trend structure. Okay, so what we're dealing with here is not a massive, we haven't fallen to zero or anything like that. But what we're starting to see here is a major breakdown in this price chart. We're seeing a clear succession of lower highs. There really isn't anything in this price chart to suggest that the MOASS is imminent and things like that. We have seen several clickbait YouTube videos recently, which have suggested that the short squeeze is coming on August 31st, 30th or 31, I believe was the date that I last saw. That was a change from September 4. So the question, if this were to occur, this would need to occur tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 30th. So, the real question here is, do you see anything on this price chart which suggests that a major move in either direction really is imminent? I mean, this does not really appear to be the case. If we pull out to the relative strength index reading here, overall, we can see that the trend momentum here is clearly negative. It's clearly showing in the negative direction, and the chance at some positive momentum recently has officially broken. This occurred during the recent price move lower. As we know, if anybody watched the prior video on this stock, I did show that this break below the 490 mark was a very critical break below support, and it does really put this stock on a very negative footing here going forward. Overall, the trend momentum here clearly rests on the downside. I mean, there's really no question about that at this point. There was, the potential here for some shorter term buildup in bullish price momentum, but as we can see here, that has now broken. It was very short term in nature. It was very short lived. So any suggestion here that there's some, massive move coming is just, it's really bizarre. It's strange that anybody would actually believe this to be the case. I mean, for the most part, the people that are saying this don't really have any experience trading the market. And I don't understand why people would trust that type of outlook, someone with no experience. I mean, just apply that same logic to some other aspect of your life. If your car broke down, and you need to replace the engine or something like that, I mean, would you take the car to somebody with no experience to fix the car for you. I mean, because that seems to be what's going on here. We seem to have this idea that, the retail market is just sort of is going to kind of overcome the system and outsmart the system. And there's some random Reddit tweet somewhere. I found this tweet. There's this post on Reddit. I found a Reddit post somewhere which shows that, there's some secret information that's going to allow the stock to, catch the market by surprise, as if the market doesn't know what Reddit is, as if the market doesn't know, how to read this information on its own. I mean, if anybody actually took this information seriously, you would start to see buying activity. All relevant information is already contained in share prices. Okay, so we are seeing a little bit of a price movement higher here, and I guess that's terrific for anybody that wants to believe that this stock will move higher. But there really isn't any reason to believe that this move will be sustainable. All we've done here is move back into the exponential moving average cluster. You haven't even moved above the exponential moving average cluster, which would still be a fairly weak signal, given the fact that we've got like triple top resistance here coming in at $5.20, which is combined with Fibonacci resistance, and then from there, you've got this very formidable 575 zone that's also likely to contain prices. I mean, there are several layers of resistance here that are going to prevent this share price from moving higher. In the prior video, I was accused of being paid by a hedge fund to show the bearish side of the argument or something like that. I mean, I don't know why a hedge fund would need to pay me to show that the stock is moving lower. The stock is already moving lower. Anybody can just look at, you can look at your Robinhood account and see that, the number is negative. It's not positive. And that negative number is getting worse. I mean, that's true whether I post a video or not. The video that I post means absolutely nothing. It's not going to impact share price. All I'm doing is looking at the share price. I'm observing share price. I'm not influencing share price. Okay. I mean, there's a major difference there. So, I mean, you would really have to believe you've got two options here. One is that, as some people say, I'm being paid by a hedge fund to it's hilarious to even say this, but I'm being paid by a hedge fund to try to convince people on YouTube that there will be no short squeeze. Or two, these people have no idea what they're doing, and they're hoping and dreaming for something that is never going to materialize. I mean, which of those two outcomes seems more likely? I don't think there's much of a question here about what's actually going on. So, the people should be looking for ways to get out of this stock, and there are plenty of better options available in the market, much better stocks. Take a look at my trading room. Here's the current market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.